Law enforcement will be scrutinizing reckless driving, etc. It's going to go from now through the end of Monday, and looks good in Wycomico County. Steady shot on 50 from Willards to Pittsfield to Parsonsburg. Bypass around town, good. 50 good to the Bay Bridge. Back to traffic for the Voice Radio Network.
All right, 825. It is the Bill and Jessica show. We go live to the hotline. We have Mayor of Salisbury, Mr. Jake Day, live on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, my friends. How are you?
Yes, great, man. Great to have you back on. Appreciate it. I like we're kind of like back on track.
Yep, welcome back.
Yes, every other week you're going to be checking in with us. I like it.
Yes, we are. We are back at it.
So, very good, man. Great to have you on. First up, let's talk about the Folk Festival. How was
it? The pictures look awesome.
We had a great time. We weren't sure exactly what to expect with COVID and just the nature of, having only 4 months to plan the festival and to advertise and market, because we had we didn't decide whether or not we were going to have this in-person event until fairly late in the game.
Right.
So rather than having a full year to plan, or even more than a year, we had 4 months. And it was a smaller festival, smaller footprint, four stage areas, 4 performance areas instead of 7. But turnout was great. 91,000 attendees.
Wow, 91,000. That's unbelievable.
Yeah. So very good. So put us between first and second year, which again is, I think, a great success given the fact that we had limited time and a smaller scale.
Yeah.
In addition to that, Bucket Brigade did great. So people donated over $26,000 in cash on site.
Wow.
Which helped keep it a free festival for all. And great performances. It was amazing on September 11th to have the U.S. Army Blues Band play and to get to introduce them on stage in my city. I was pretty happy about that.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, just a great event. Like we said, we saw a bunch of pictures. Who was your favorite act? Do you have a favorite act, Mayor?
So Shamika Copeland.
Okay.
She just was incredible.
Very nice.
The Queen of Gospel. She was amazing.
Wow, that's great. Now, what's the? I think you had said it last we talked to you, but so what's the plans for the Folk Festival? They do it like for a certain number of years, and then they move on to a new location. Is that how it works?
So that's right, and so it's 3 years in each city.
Okay.
We're on our 4th calendar year, but we got that year only because last year had to be moved to virtual instead of in person.
Okay.
But the exciting news announced on the first night was we're getting it for a 5th calendar year, a 4th in-person year.
Really?
2022, it's coming back.
Wow, that's awesome.
Great.
Man, that is great. That is great.
That's a nice surprise.
Hey, look, I think we've done a pretty good job. We've shown them we're serious, and then given that COVID affected the next host city significantly and they needed to push back, we benefited from that. So I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, no, that's awesome, man.
That's wonderful.
So what's up, other than the Folk Festival, we got that next year, what's up next for Salisbury, like as far as events go or, big events like that?
Yeah, so, there's a couple things coming. I know that there's a Halloween block party being planned in downtown Salisbury.
Okay.
So I've seen the Mud Hut Clay Studio has putting out some information about that. So they're working with their neighbors down on Main Street to put on a Halloween block party, so mark your calendars. The zoo is going to be having a trick-or-treat event they do every year. It's the same zoo event that they do every year. We're really excited about that. And then in addition to that, we will have I believe we will be able to have all of our fall and winter events. So you can expect that we'll be doing a Christmas tree lighting and a ball drop downtown. So
nice.
Love
it.
We'll have a full year.
If people want more information on those events, how can they look them up?
Best thing to do is go to SalisburyAEDistrict.com or Salisbury.md. Or downtownsby.com.
Okay.
Any of those sites, you can find information about upcoming events.
Very nice, very nice. Now, I know you got a couple things cooking. You guys are hiring, I believe, in the fire department, right?
Look, we're hiring all over, but
okay.
We're looking for talent. We're not any different from a private business as far as the job market being affected. So we're hiring, but yes, we've got a bunch of open positions. We're getting ready to do some testing for our fire department. So For those of you who have ever thought about a career in fire and emergency medical services, now is the time. We're getting ready to do testing, so go to SalisburyFD.com and you can learn more, or just Salisbury.md, and then go to the fire department, and you can learn all sorts of things about what that entails and what the testing is like. But we encourage people to get on it right now. Now is the time.
And of course, as always, we want to shout out, our firefighters and also, police department and our first responders. As always,
Absolutely.
round of applause for them, everything that they do.
Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. And yeah, I mean, when think about our firefighters, they are now responding to over 1,000 calls a month. So more EMS calls than ever in our history. So they are busy people. That's added to our police officers who are already busy people. So we do have some very, very busy first responders in our area.
What other positions are you guys hiring for as far as the city goes?
Yeah, so we're hiring police. We have police vacancies, so we are trying to fill those. It's a challenging time, so we're working on getting creative for hiring police officers. When I say it's a challenging time to be a police officer.
Right.
So not as many people are looking at that opportunity as would have years ago. And then, it's all over the place. We've got water treatment plant operators, wastewater treatment plant operators. We're looking for drivers, so trolley and bus drivers and motor equipment operators for our field operations department. So anybody with a CDL, a career with the city. Let's remember, we've been proud that we've, as part of our predictable pay plan, had 8 years of consecutive raises for our employees. We've had we have a great retirement program. We have great health benefits. We have great leave plan. We think we're a good employer.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I would encourage people to give us a serious look. We're also hiring for a director of human resources position right now. So a senior level position is listed out there right now. So if you know anybody in the HR world, we're looking.
Okay, very nice. Now, you were talking about bus drivers. You're talking about like public transportation or school bus drivers?
Public transportation.
Do you guys have anything to do with the school bus drivers?
No, we don't have anything to do with that.
Okay. Do you know? But I mean, I know that you have. I mean, you're in it. You're the being the mayor. I mean, I know you hear things. And do you have any idea how that's going? Because I know there is like some issues going on with school bus drivers, like a shortage.
I don't. It's good, good to hear that. Good to know that. But I'm not surprised to hear that. Is what I should say. That same dynamic is what we're feeling.
Okay.
So we are. You'd think it'd be fairly easy. We pay well. We're like I said, we're a stable employer. But no, we're having trouble filling driver positions. So
wow.
I'm not surprised at all to hear that school buses are experiencing this.
That's all across. Yeah, we've been covering that story. That's all across the country. There was a bunch, I believe, in Baltimore didn't show up the first day or something. There was some story out about that. I mean, just with school bus drivers. So
wow.
I know, but everywhere. I mean, is hiring and shoot, go get some of them state benefits, right?
Yeah.
And you get to work for an amazing boss. We got him on the hotline right now. I mean, come on now. Who don't want to work for Mayor Jake Day? So
I appreciate that.
We just saw an article the other day about the bike lanes. I know this has been an ongoing topic in Salisbury about these bike lanes. For people who might not be familiar, can you kind of give us like just a quick, synopsis of what it was and, what you guys got from Governor Hogan?
Yeah. So 2011 to 2016 or so, there was intensive advocacy from private groups, neighborhood associations, parent groups, Bike SBY, advocating for better bike and pedestrian infrastructure. That led to the adoption in 2015 and 2016 of the Bike Master Plan.
Okay.
And immediately we started inserting those projects into our capital improvement plan and started funding that work. So it was real and tangible rather than waiting and just putting a plan on a shelf. So since that time, what we've been doing is pursuing state grants to design and to implement those those bike lanes. So this week we learned we got about $700,000 from Governor Hogan
Nice.
for bikeways design and implementation.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
I like it.
It'll address 16 streets around the city.
Oh, wow.
So we're just going to continue to implement that plan and get closer and closer to a complete network. Once we have a complete network, I'm confident you will see significant transportation shifts in our city in terms of how people get around, especially in the core, in the urban core.
Yeah. No, absolutely. And then real quick, you had an announcement you wanted to make about housing.
I just think people should know that one of the greatest crises our community is facing right now is the undersupply of housing. We've never had higher demand for moving to our city, and it's caused housing prices to skyrocket. Friends that are telling me that they've been sitting on a rental or something like that for some time, and then they list it, and it's not even the pristine premier address in their portfolio, and they'll be selling it with 12 offers, coming in, and it's just a very, very competitive market. I think what a lot of people recognize is that what that means, what that leads to, is an affordability crisis. So it leads to unaffordability, and we've got to address that. So the city's getting ready to announce a plan to address that, which includes some major incentives for additional housing being added, some affordability incentives, and some tools to address homelessness as well. So be on the lookout for that announcement to come in the next few weeks.
Do you think that that's the biggest issue in going on in Salisbury right now? Is a housing issue?
Hands down.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hands down. It's what I hear about every day, 5 times a day from people, and through different lenses. From realtors, they're saying there's no housing stock. From renters, it's not affordable. From sellers, don't do anything, keep it this way because I'm making a bunch of money. From buyers, it's impossible to buy a house in Salisbury. But I attended an event the other night, and we've got another one a couple months ago, actually, and we've got another one coming up this weekend. It's called the Opportunity Project, and all the big employers in our community are bringing together their new arrivals for a welcoming party, essentially.
Okay.
Say welcome to Salisbury. The mayor and other leaders are there. The executives of all these companies are there. And what they're saying is, hey, this is a community that's going to wrap their arms around you. But the number one thing I heard from all of these people was it was impossible to buy a house in Salisbury.
Wow.
There's just nothing available. And so people are either having to move further away than they want, or they're building, which is great, or they're renting and trying to build or trying to buy a house when they can.
Right.
But these are people who want to be here, who want to be in our city, who are prevented from doing so through no fault of their own, but just because there is no supply available.
Okay. Very good. Well, look, Mayor Jake Day from Salisbury, it's always a pleasure. Appreciate you checking in.
Thank you so much.
You have to update your Instagram. Do you run your own Instagram? I have one that says Jake Day for Mayor. Do you have like another one?
Oh yeah. That's I think that's a campaign account.
It is, but
I don't even have access to that. Jacob Arday.
Oh, okay,
That's
Jacob
me.
Arday. Okay, and you update it, and all that.
Yeah.
You
I
run.
have access to it. A couple other people do too, but yeah, I keep it updated.
I was gonna say, so you
Good
update
deal.
your own
Yes, I do.
because a lot of celebrities they have other people doing it for them.
well,
You have to be careful.
Look,
You have to be
I know
careful.
you're a high profile guy, so I'm just.
look. I would not classify myself as a celebrity, but there are a couple other people that have access, but I'm always posting, so I try to keep it updated.
Right. Just in case, Mayor J, he has a couple of people keep, access to it just in case, he sometimes, puts something out there he shouldn't, so they want to hurry up and take
They're
it down.
able to
You know.
regulate it.
Even the president has to get handled. So, you better believe yourselves right there.
Right. Well, look, Mayor, thank you so much for checking in. We really, really appreciate it. If people want to, get up with you, they want to check out to see what the city of Salisbury's got on tap, how can they do that?
Hey, social media is a great way to do it. Check us out at City of Salisbury, Maryland, and City of City of SBY on social media, and look for us to keep you updated through live. So we got Mayor TV back
Nice.
on Monday evening. So we're doing Mayor TV again. So
And Mayor Jake does respond. He'll go on a post and respond in the comments.
Oh, nice.
I do my very best to stay on top of it.
Yeah.
Good.
No.
I try to be communicative.
Oh, and real quick before we go though, here's another thing I forgot to mention. This is Restaurant Week, right?
Oh, it is Restaurant Week. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I had a
How's that
great
going?
meal. I had a great meal at Mogan's in downtown Salisbury, Mogan's Oyster House the other night.
Nice.
It was fantastic. Had a rigatoni bolognese, some deviled eggs with chorizo, and then a chocolate mousse. It was incredible.
Oh,
Delicious.
yes. So, of course, we're encouraging everyone to go support your local restaurants.
Yes.
So,
Look, local is the way it is. Those dollars circulate in our community more, so that's the way to do it. We encourage everybody to get out and support local as often as you can.
yes, absolutely. Mayor Jake Day of Salisbury, again, my man, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for checking in, and you have a great rest of the week.
Thank you.
You do the same. Great talking to you both.
Absolutely.
We here, Power 101.7 are celebrating.